Okay, brothers, we're back. My window's open, so if you hear car noises, you're hearing car noises. It's a beautiful spring day. We are filming on the day of April 1st. April Fools. Happy April Fools if you celebrate. So we are memory, rewind, planning, whatever you call it, for the week of March 9th through the 15th. We're kind of back to a regular setup. Last week's setup was terrible. I hated it. Did I intro? Hi, I'm Dominique. This is my channel. I do planner videos every Sunday, and I try and do other videos on like Wednesday. That's my schedule. That's what you can expect. I'm not a planner channel, but I most frequently upload planner videos. So for this week, I'm pulling in this beautiful gold wiggle from SPC. These boxes are from Wild Summer Designs, but she doesn't have those in her shop anymore. Like, I haven't seen them since I bought them, which is fine. I would love to see them again. And the kit I'm using is from Wild Summer Designs. It's this gorgeous, like, spring sunflower moment. Yeah, it's the 3-page base kit with the glitter headers, because that is all I need in a kit. To write today, I think I'm going to use the Jelly Roll pen, one of my favorite pens, mostly because I lost my other pen that I like, and I have all my stickers pulled. If you have any specific questions about like where a specific sticker is from, just let me know. So I'm thinking I will do a time lapse of me putting down the base, and then we can get into it. Alright, ladies, let's get back into it. Okay, last week I noticed that just ignore this. This is so cringe. I should have just left it blank. But I noticed that I could actually coordinate the glitter headers with the day covers. So I did that this week and it looks better. I love how it looks. I think this is gorgeous. I didn't really come with a lot to say today, so we might just be talking through this rewind spread. Okay. Oh, well, this is the week that everything really went to shit, I think, in regards to like the current like global pandemic that we're dealing with. It's just a lot, okay? Like, it's kind of scary. Scary, it's new, it's different, literally so different. Hasn't really happened before, and this was like the last few days before things got completely out of control, and I would say they're completely out of control now at this point in which we're living. And I don't think that there's a way to undo it at this point. I think there's too many people who aren't taking this current situation seriously, and as a result, we are, gonna see longer like quarantine periods put in place. We're gonna see more affected people than should be, and I have been keeping up with it. It looks like we're gonna be seeing an extended or another wave, which was already predicted. It's kind of predicted that we're supposed to be 3 curves. We've done an abysmal job of flattening the first one. Let's just, let's be queer. We have done terrible, actually terrible at doing what we were supposed to. I think this has shown us as a whole that we are not prepared for things like this to happen. No, like, that crazy show? What is that show? Oh, Doomsday Preppers. You know that show, and how we're like, yeah, those people are insane, dog. I think that they're probably the only ones even close to being prepared for a national, or not even like a national, but like a global pandemic to happen. I'm now inspired by these people, and I think we should actually probably all try and be more like them, because they are doing it right. We, like, generally the government especially, are not doing so hot at this, like, especially on the medical front. 100% on the medical front. Definitely on this, like, societal listening front, we're doing a terrible job, but on the medical front, like, being prepared for something so, like, big and damaging, not prepared by in any means. Like, it's frightening how unprepared we are. So I don't know, I'm just hoping that we learn from this and that we get better, especially, like, listening. I mean, come on, that is a basic skill. I feel like we should know how to listen. Like, if your government is saying, hey, just stay inside for 2 weeks, social distance, do not go out and be with people who you aren't, like, seeing every single day. If you can't listen to those simple instructions, I don't, like, there's a lot, you have failed at listening on a basic scale. And I think that for people to put their own, like, want to go have fun over the well-being of literally everyone else, I think it's very selfish, and I think it's stupid. Like, unless you are leaving to, like, go to the store, like, go to the doctors, which, God, I hope nobody has to go to the doctor, like, with just something regular, because right now would be a terrible time to just, like, get a regular injury. Like, right now, of all times, that would suck. So I'm praying everyone stays safe and healthy just outside of the coronavirus that's going around. So I've talked our way through the first 2 days. Nothing super interesting happened. However, Tuesday, this is the kicker. Tuesday, I took my mom to the airport because she was going to Mexico, which is fun. That's fun. However, Wednesday morning, we do get the announcement that coronavirus is a worldwide pandemic confirmed. It took a while for it to be confirmed, you know, because, again, fumbling the ball, not doing what needs to be done to prepare for these kind of things, not taking control of situations when we should, not putting the proper parameters in place. I don't know if you can tell, but this is something that is igniting, like, the deep passion. Like, come on, it's too much. Yeah. On Wednesday, they announced finally that it was a global pandemic, which was crazy. So me and my friends, you know, we had a group panic session because we're like, wow, this is insane. And it is insane, right? When has this happened in our lifetime that we were, like, at least consciously aware of? Never. It hasn't even happened when we weren't, like, consciously aware of. So that's fun. So, you know, that happened. We canceled our spring break trip to Florida immediately. It didn't, you know, we weren't like, maybe we should wait it out. We were like, nope, we're going to cancel it, and we will reconvene on this later, because it's not worth it. None of, like, what could happen is worth it. So that's it. It's not worth it. We got half a refund on our Airbnb, and we got a, like, full credit for our air travel, which we just have to book a new trip, like, within 90 days. It doesn't matter, like, when we book it for. We just have to make sure we book it within 90 days. So I guess we can plan a new trip soon. I don't know. I don't think it's something we're super, like, planning for. So I spent the rest of that day kind of freaking out. My film professor canceled class, or she made it very optional, like, which she also did the week before. But it was like, you can come or you don't have to come, and I would prefer if you don't come, so I didn't go. However, this ended up backfiring, as you can see by this sticker down here. Let's direct our attention to this "I'd rather die" sticker. This was terrible. As a result of me not going to class, one of my former classmates reached out to me on Canvas, which, if you're not like in school, Canvas is what a lot of colleges use as a way to like access your classes, discussion boards, assignment turn-ins, things like that. It's just there. And so you have the ability on Canvas to see everyone in your class. And it's like through your school email. So like if someone sends you a message, it's like emailing. And so I get this message from a kid in my class and I'm like, oh, okay, what do you need? Are you asking me a question about our like due paper or something? No, that's not what happened. This was, quite frankly, terrible. I have never received a message so, like, something that made me, like, want to die so much. He was basically telling me he was in love with me, which, listen, I don't want to hear that because I don't know you. I 100% have talked to this kid, like, twice, if not once. So I thought it was a bit too much. Some people were like, some of my friends like, I think that's kind of cute. I think it's creepy. I've talked to this kid twice at the very most. I don't know him. He wanted to take me out to coffee. It was just way too much. It was a whole entire like spiel of just like professing love for me. He thinks I'm so cool. He just was afraid he would never get the chance to see me again, which you won't. I'm going to avoid you at all costs. You have overstepped in ways I can't even explain, okay? Like, oh my. So then later that day, like I had class at 9. The next day on Thursday, I had class at 9. And then I'm in class and I get an email or I get a message from our group chat from me, Sophie, and Hannah. And Sophie's like, dog, our school just canceled class for the rest of the semester. And I was like, oh shit, that's when things really started to get real. Universities before then have been doing this, but only in places where it was like super, super bad, right? Which wasn't here yet. And it's not super bad here yet. So I'd like to think we are taking the proper precautions, but who's really to say? I'm not sure. And so it was just like shocking, okay? So at this point, I know I'm never going to be in my classes again. You know what? Thank God I never have to see that kid who sent me that message again. I hope that he is graduating soon because I really would hate to run into him after having read that message, which after I didn't respond, he proceeded to reply again and say, I am so sorry. You will never have to deal with me again, which, okay. Great, I don't want to. I'm still not going to respond because I feel like that was a grab for like pity or attention that I don't care enough about you to have. So, goodbye, farewell. I will, hopefully will not have to deal with you again. So, you know, we're stressed out. So I go and see Hannah, as I do, because that's my best friend. That's the person I like being around the absolute most. Obviously, I have her tattooed on my face. I have her face tattooed on my arm. She's gonna be on me forever. That's just my favorite person, okay? So we're like, we need to get together. We need to have a cry session. We're gonna be fine, right? And at this point, I don't think we knew that this was like gonna be our last time seeing each other. But it was, which is really, really depressing. So we went over to her dorm and I didn't think people were gonna be like packing up and moving out so soon after we had just gotten the email. However, a lot of people were like already gone, and the whole night we just kept like seeing people with carts of their stuff leaving, and it was like the most depressing and like shocking thing I've ever seen. It's just so weird. I was like, I don't know like any of you because I don't live on campus, but this is depressing. And everyone's just crying and I'm crying because it's like, this is so sad. Like I don't really know you guys that well, but this is sad. I'm so sad that like this is ending so soon. Ugh, it was just depressing. So we went and said goodbyes to everyone, all of our favorite people, all the different people I've met, you know, just because I know Hannah. It was actually quite depressing. I cried numerous times because I was like, I'm not gonna be seeing your sorority sisters again, I'm guessing. So I was like, goodbye. And we were all very emotional, which I don't know. It seems over the top, sure, but at the same time, it seems very valid. It was hard. It was depressing. Everyone's leaving. We all don't know what's going on. We've never experienced this before. We're all freaking out. And I'm like, this sucks. Truly sucks. I don't think we went to bed till 4 o'clock this night. And we had one last 2 a.m. Jimmy John's, because I think Jimmy John's closes at 3, or they might close at 2, but we always get it around 2, just like right in the nick of the time. So we had our last 2 a.m. Jimmy John's. Very depressing. Can't lie. Super effing depressing. Then I woke up super early on Friday because this was the release of the Nintendo, or the Animal Crossing Switch. And I woke my ass up, took myself to Best Buy, and I bought it. And it was so cute. I love it. Best decision I've ever made. It's amazing. Also this week in like where I live, it was state basketball, which is fun. It's a fun thing. State basketball, especially for small towns, is a huge moment and a huge part of like small town culture. It's something people really, really look forward to. And because of the coronavirus situation, they were not allowing anyone who wasn't family into the games to like watch or anything. People were very upset. They couldn't understand why they were not being let in. Very upset. And I understand being upset, but I don't understand being rude and like dismissive of like the situation that's so much bigger than your high school basketball. I get you're upset, but like again, your basketball game in the grand scheme of things doesn't matter. This, however, is going to affect the whole world for an unforeseeable amount of time. So it's time that you, as a selfish like senior, get your head out of your ass, or a selfish even like anybody who thinks they deserve to go watch basketball because it's what they want to do, or even anyone who thinks they deserve to just do the things they want to do because they are bigger than this and it's not going to affect them and it's not their problem. You know, it's time to get your head out of your ass. Please. You need to realize that what's happening is huge, that this is going to affect things for a long ass time, and sooner or later it is gonna catch up with your ass. All this karma that you're attracting is gonna get you, and you're not gonna think it's so fun anymore. Like, oh my fucking god, it's just frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. So those are my thoughts. That was the week. I didn't really talk about the week that much, you know. I think at its core, it was a week tainted by an unprecedented global pandemic. 100%, that's what it was. Which isn't really anybody's fault. It's just the world we live in now, and we have to do what we can to make it okay again. And that means everybody. You can't just pretend like what you do doesn't matter. It does, and you need to think responsibly, okay? Okay. This came out so cute. I think I've really come into my style of planning, I think. I will get back to you with a filled out spread. Be right back. Okay, here's the finished spread. bang, bang, bang. It came out so great. Let's get some hot foil action. Oh yeah, there it is. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like... Okay, I don't know why I always feel like singing. I hope you like this plan with me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure you're doing your part. Please don't compromise other people's health just so you can have a little bit of fun. It's not worth it. Peace out. See you next time.